Hey everybody, Nick Carter here coming to you from Perez TV. To me, I just love self-help books, and I like what they stand for, and you know, I love all sorts of books, but this one in particular, I wanted it to be a self-help book, but just with things that people could relate to, and you know, sort of extraordinary circumstances and stories. I think it's a really cool thing to sort of put out there that people can really learn from me, learn who I am really as a person, and then also you know, see sort of the life lessons that I've actually experienced and what I did to get through them. Book really is it's there for if people want to grab it and read it. You know, that's a person's choice, and that goes for child stars, and you know, people, they're gonna want to live their lives and they're gonna want to experience it. But you know, if they happen to have a moment of strength and they're tired of who they are or who they are becoming, you know, then they can reach for the book, or you know, and I think the advice I give them is just, you know, look deep down inside and listen to that inner voice. You know, the inner voice will really tell you what's right or wrong out there, and I think that's really what it all boils down to. You know, I think we all have the ability to know what's good and bad, what's right and wrong, and you know, just listen to the inner voice. Obviously, I had done a show with Dr. Phil, and we were talking about it, and he brought up the idea to do maybe to do a book, and it sparked it and motivated me to set that goal and just see what would happen when I started to put the pen to paper. The experience of writing a book is unlike any other because you get an opportunity to reflect, and it forces you to go backwards and to acknowledge and relive certain things that maybe you have stuffed and hidden from, a lot of those skeletons in your closet. And that's one of the biggest problems with I think the human race, and it's a crutch. You know, we move on. We don't deal with our demons and try to you know, bring them to the forefront and correct them. It forced me to really acknowledge, and it reminded me of all the things that I've actually gone through. Revisiting the really young childhood when I grew up in Tampa, Florida, before I'd actually met the guys in the Backstreet Boys, was really tough for me because I was reminded of all the things that actually happened between the fights between my mother and father, the miscommunication, the separation, just the fear, all the other things that happened in that household, and so that was kind of tough for me to go back and revisit, for sure. Well, they've been influential in my life because they were people who I could come to, people who I was actually accountable to. And they weren't yes men. They are in a lot of ways family to me, and you know, they want nothing but the best for me because they've seen me grow up, you know, in front of their eyes. So in a lot of ways, you know, this to me is, this entire experience of writing the book is sort of my way of proving and showing to them, you know, that I am actually trying to take strides and continuing to try to become a better person. I might not be the best right now that I can be, but I'm pushing and learning, and so they've been instrumental in my life. My fans have been extraordinary. They really have been. They've gone through it with me, from the lowest points of my life to the highest points. They continue to stay there and support, and I even see now, like, even a lot of new or older fans who may have sort of backed away, you know, after seeing me go through all these hardships, coming back around again, and now truly understanding what occurred and what made me sort of self-destruct in a lot of ways. So all I can say is that in general, you know, they've gone through it with me, and they've felt the pain, and you know, they're the most supportive. The people who have been there are the most supportive, and I love them for that. And I think that the support of a lot of people out there saying, you know, I'm glad you made it, I'm glad you are continuing to try to be a better person. That's all that matters, is having a good support system. So I love the fans, definitely. Trust that you are on the right path, and that you know, you might fall off the wagon, you might have you know, a bad night, or you know, but I know the person that I want to be. I know the person that I deserve to be, and you know, you just kind of you know, trust yourself. Trust yourself that you, as long as you put in the work, as long as you continue to do therapy, continue to learn, research, and you know, and have people you're accountable to, like, you know, my fiance.
You got me.